What's up? It's your girl Bri Steves, and I'm here with Hip Hop since 1987.
Shout my Hip Hop since 1987 niggas. HipHopSince1987.com.
Alright, so Bri Steves.
Yes.
So I had got an email a couple days ago from Atlantic Records. And I think that somebody behind the scenes was like, these two need to sit down. And I was like, yo, that's crazy. So for those of y'all out there that don't know, I'm kind of new to hip hop since 1987. But I'm not new to Bri Steves.
Not at all.
Following, supporting, and trying to be a low-key part, you know, of your journey, your mission.
Yes.
Kind of more of a mission than a journey. So like so much has happened, I think, since the last time I saw you was the Power 99 thing this summer.
Wow, yeah.
And so literally between, let's say, July and then Made in America to now,
exactly,
it's been amazing. So I do want to try to go back a little bit.
Okay.
But I do want to talk about like what's going on right now, and like just you've been holding it down for Philly, and we thank you.
I've been trying. I mean, right now we doing like of course I'm on a tour with her, so opening up, and mind you, everything is sold out except for Montreal.
Wow.
Which will be sold out. So this is kind of my first sold out tour that I'm doing, first nationwide tour. I just got done like a week before this started. I got done the access granted HBCU tour
with
for
Reco
Atlantic.
Havoc?
Yep, with Reco Havoc, Karan and Giannis.
That's a nice tour.
Yeah, it was dope. It was like, you know, for me it was like, yo, I got to really get the swing of things and see how things were gonna go, preparing for this tour. So, you know, now that I'm on this one,
is it that much different between the college circuit and the venue circuit?
I think so. One, because they're two different markets. So you got, you know, the college kids, one, they like to turn up, you know what I mean? For this tour, you got more of an R&B based crowd, you know what I mean? So you're dealing with two different types of audiences. Wow. These venues are like super big. They're sold out, at least like 4,000 something seaters. So it's much different. And
think about like just not so long ago we was next door at Voltage Lounge.
Yes.
Selling it out, mind you. Selling it out, mind you, but it's that was only maybe 200-300 people.
I remember performing there like maybe like 3 years ago, performing at Voltage Lounge for like the Queen's, I forgot what it was, Queen something.
It's crazy. And it's like, so your career, this is what's so interesting about your career thus far. There's nothing fake about it. It's 100% documented, like on social media. From the freestyles to now, it's like people can literally scroll on your page.
They can go back and see
how real it is. I mean, do people not believe it?
Well, you know what, like, it's funny because I'm such a personal, like, private person, so I don't put a whole bunch of like my life on my snaps. So people always get to see, ironically, the shiny shit.
The big
you know
moments.
what I mean? They see the big moments.
Big moments. I like that.
Yeah, but even with those big moments, like if you go all the way back down, people that know me, you can kind of see, yo, the growth. You know what I mean? So like,
it's really, and that's what I thought was so cool about them pairing you with Reco, is y'all both not only been showing growth, but just holding it down for Philly. I was really lucky. I think it was like March of this year. I sat down with someone who played me Top Secret, some of the music you were working on, and I heard almost like early versions of a lot of your stuff that's out now, and like I knew when I heard a couple of these records in March, they weren't mixed, mastered, and I knew that you had something. I knew, and I kept telling people, Bri's coming, it's gonna hit the radio. And I'm just getting out, like I'm just now getting to put out music this year, like Jealousy that we dropped in May. I was sitting on that for at least a year. But that's crazy. I had no idea it was like that. I figured maybe it was a couple months.
But you know what? It's all about the timing. So you know what? I'm still, you know, I'm still building my brand. I'm still learning along the way. I'm still growing and developing.
So do you think that's the impact of the record? I mean, it's a great record, what you have out, but was it the timing?
I think it was. I mean, like, like one, the team had to come together the right way. I'm also, you know, with my Star Island production company, I'm also under Maverick Management.
Shout out Munir.
Yeah, I'm also managed by Sean G and
shout out Sean G.
Yeah, and shout out Jay too. Like it's, I have to have the right team around me, the right resources, the right video had to get shot. You know, like everything had to kind of come together for Jealousy, the whole vision of it.
And for those of y'all who don't know some of those names, it's the right people, like, and it's Philly to the world. You know what I mean? Like you've become kind of like this, I think, ambassador in a way.
Says who? Man.
Well, yeah, just the whole vibe it's worldly. Like you're clearly not defined by your Philliness.
Well, I appreciate that.
But you really put it on like in a way that really only a few other acts that are hitting the national circuit are, and we really respect you for that. The record Jealousy, so you were sitting on that for a year.
Yeah.
Was that, did that have anything to do with the sample and the lyrics, or was that just you had, the business was done and it was just like, this is it, like we're gonna go?
Well, you know what, because I was still recording like other songs. And then also I think around the time the year before, I was finishing my degree at Temple, so it was a lot going on. We'd be in the recording process and like, yo, how are we gonna put out the music first, and let's make sure we do it right, not because we want to just put something out. It got to be done right way. Exactly, and it was done the right way. Now we had like over 1 million views on it. I think
1.2 as of today.
1.2. Well, probably. Look at that.
Shout out Hitmaker. You know what I'm saying?
And T-Minus, he produced the track.
T-Minus and Hitmaker. T-Minus, I think at one point retired, I think. So it's like amazing to see people coming back. Is there anything more from you and Hitmaker coming?
Yeah, we got some other stuff in tuck.
Because it's literally, you almost every record you hear on the radio now.
Hitmaker.
And it's crazy, but I think that your record was the kickoff of the wave.
I think I got it.
Yeah, like you could actually, you're historically now can say Bri Steves gave Hitmaker that Philly wave that he needed.
I don't want to take it that far.
No, but that's, I think the mix of the Philly and the Cali sounds that you bring to the table is what is making people around the country pay attention. Because it's not just one thing. Yeah. And you have, I think it's now almost, what, like 4 official records out?
Yeah, I have,
and they're all like it's you, but it's different vibes. 5 records. 5, yeah. All different
Jealousy,
vibes.
Ain't Shit, Late Night, Regrets, and Miami.
Miami, which video? That's the most recent video?
Yes, that's the one. We got the
crazy with the blams. That's crazy. So you have videos for 3 of those records?
3 of them. I have Jealousy, Late Night, and Miami.
Yeah, tune in now. I'm pretty sure we have all those videos right now.
Oh, and Regrets came out. Regrets, I'm sorry, that's my favorite one.
Yeah, we have all the videos up now. You can check it out. Definitely want to ask you just like a couple more questions about the music specifically.
Okay.
Is there a project on the way?
Yes, of course.
Multiple projects?
Really working towards the one. The one. Y'all hear that first. I'm taking my time, but it's going to come at the top of 2019, I swear.
You heard it here first. Top of 2019, a whole body of work.
A whole body of work.
From Bri Steves. Crazy. Is there anything you could say about that? Any production features, anything? Or?
Who have I worked with so far? I've worked with Super Dupes, Sunny Digital, Hit
Shout out Sunny Digital.
Yeah.
Major friend of the site. We really love him and what he's doing.
He's amazing.
Lock in with him. Stay there.
I know. I got Charlie Heat, my boy Benny X is from around here.
Yeah, so he produced Ain't Shit. Benny X?
Benny X did Ain't Shit. And Charlie Heat did Late Night.
How did you and Benny link up?
Charlie.
Through Charlie. Shout out Charlie Heat, another one of those Philly wave masters.
Yeah.
Kind of bringing the Jersey Philly sound to the world. Like I respect what y'all are doing. Like,
so I got I also have T-Minus. I know I'm missing some names, and
those are some good ones right there. Are you finding trouble like balancing everything?
No, I feel like, you know, the way that my team has kind of structured things for me, it's been manageable. I just kind of just keep going, so there is no stop.
That's good.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you posted a couple of days ago like a flashback of one of your old freestyles.
Oh yeah.
And that is like the mark. Like a lot of artists don't know how to keep going. Like they hit a certain point.
Yeah.
But you literally like hit these points that some regional artists, wherever you're from, hit. Yeah. But then you hopped on planes. And kept going like while you were in school. Like it's amazing. How meaningful is that experience to you now moving forward? And is there plans incorporating your music and maybe what you learned in school that wasn't musical?
You really just start playing like that? Like, alright. So as far as me going to school, I don't think I really appreciated then how much that was huge for me as I do now. I'm really glad that I finished and I didn't drop out like I wanted to. Because it not only means so much to me to have finished something that I started, but it means so much to the people that I'm talking to in the audience. Because I've noticed, especially on the h.e.r. tour so far, yo, when I'm speaking to people and they see me on stage and I'm like telling them my story, they're like super inspired, like, yo.
You'd have to think that there's people in the audience that your story is like their story.
Yeah, and I tell them all the time, you know, I remember a year ago, I was at a h.e.r. tour watching her perform at, what was it, what's the joint on Spring Garden? A Union Transfer. I remember watching her perform in that show, and now, like a year later, I'm opening for her.
We just gotta slow up. I always say in this music, like, it's amazing the difference what a year can make.
Yeah, it can. Yes.
A year ago, like, there was this bubble here around Philly.
Yeah.
And I feel like now the bubble's popping. Yep. And it's like we're starting to really see some things, really amazing things.
You got crazy artists coming out of Philly.
It's crazy. Is there anybody that you're rocking with? Anybody you want to shout out?
I mean, I give a shout out to, of course, h.e.r.
I love h.e.r.
Her, you gotta do, you know, Black Poppy, Poundside Pop is doing some great things.
He's another one, just hopped on a flight this week.
Really?
Not gonna let things, you know, these Philly artists ain't gonna let them stop them now.
Damn. Shout out Mir Fontaine too.
Yeah.
He's technically Jersey, but you know he be over here getting it popping.
Yeah, that's Camden, that's Jersey. Mir is another good friend of the site. That's amazing. So you're around a lot of good artists and producers. You have a great team. Is there any, like, I mean, it just seems like you're already grabbing a lot of your goals. Is there any we might not know about besides the project and, you know, wrapping up the successful tour? Is there any other goals coming up?
Any goals for me?
Yeah,
I mean,
personally
like,
or professionally.
One, you know, definitely I want to keep touring. So I think definitely going out here in front of these crowds, I'm figuring out myself also while I'm on these stages. So I'm learning so much on the spot as I'm going. So I want to keep doing shows. I want to keep building the fan base and connecting with the fans. That's one of the goals of mine.
One fan at a time.
Like, my favorite part is meeting people at the meet and greets after the show.
That's great. A lot of artists is too cool for that.
Oh no.
It's crazy. So just to hear you say that is great. Like that, I think it's something about the water in here. Like we have some sort of like humbleness.
Man, ain't no talk about some water, man.
No, because like you see, like even like the bigger stars here in Philly, somebody like Uzi or Meek, they really do take the time to reach out to fans and interact on a personal level. I mean, it's something special we have going on.
It means so much, and you know, and I know that they get something from it when we're talking. I can just see it in their faces, but they don't know in turn. I get something from it. It's motivation for me. Like, damn, look at, I've touched that person. Damn, that feels great.
It's a real give and take.
It is. It is. It's nothing like it.
So I'm gonna jump the shark a little bit because I think everybody wants to know. Everybody wants to know what's up with the Pharrell, Ariana. What's up with that, John? Like, yo, like you must got some serious music in the top. Is that something that's? Are you pursuing, let's just say a better question is getting into working with other people in terms of production and writing? Like a lot of people don't know that you're like a producer, not just an artist, engineer. I mean, it's amazing. So I would like to see you work with a lot of those kind of people, but is that on the horizon?
Which one is on the horizon?
And especially that one, the Pharrell video and then anything else.
Me and Pharrell definitely have a dope vibe, dope connection, and we have gotten some work in. So that's a true statement.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because people wanted to know, like people were asking me, like, yo, you gotta get
They were like, I saw them all in the comments trying to figure it out. Like, what's going on here? I was like, I'm gonna let them just talk.
Yeah, people were like, Craig, you gotta ask her, like, is that for her? Is it for something else?
Oh, we was listening to Ariana's record. Like he was showing me like the stuff that he was doing at the time before we had started to work. But people were commenting like, yo, did she write that? She didn't write that. I'm like, yo,
I like how you let it be.
Y'all niggas is just stupid.
So do you get starstruck by anybody, or are you just like you look at this is like this is what I do? And,
you know what? I was starstruck the first time I met Kendrick back in like 2016. I was starstruck by him. He don't know that though.
That's crazy. Shout out to Kendrick.
Yeah, shout out to him. And shout out to Sam Taylor. You know, he always He always makes sure I'm straight.
So what was that like in Made in America? I only got a couple more questions, but you got to tell us a little bit about coming out in the hometown during a headlining set. Like,
it was dope. It was really like, I really fuck with him as an artist because, yo, the way that he carries himself and how humble he carries himself, how much he goes back and likes to touch. Like, even him reaching back and bringing me out there, like, he did it in such a dope way. Like, yo, Bri, I'm gonna bring you out at the Good Kid, Mad City. And I'm just like, okay, this is normal. This is my life. Okay.
Now, do you feel like that? Do you feel like you're a good kid in a mad city? Like, did you ever feel like that here?
I mean, kinda. I mean, really, I felt like, you know what? Like, I got something special and I can't wait to share it with the world. So him bringing me out for Made in America, and I hear people saying, oh my God, is that Bri? I hear people, you know, screaming some shit, and I'm like, yo, it's people I went to school with out here. It's people I know that have watched me at, you know, perform at Voltage. People that have watched me, like, open up when I was at Pub Web. Or see me at Temple University, or down in them subways singing. Up on Cecil and Broad.
So to all those people, I want to wrap it up in a good way. To all those people, do you have like an updated message for your mission that you could like leave people with, a message or any advice, something that you've learned that you could pass on?
One, I'm gonna only get better. And two, I mean, in terms of advice, if you are pursuing it, it's going to be very difficult. I think a lot of people, especially looking at me, see like, you know, yo, look at all this shiny shit and all this shit that she got going on. It's like, yo, man, there's a lot of hard work that comes with that behind the scenes. And like, as long as you just kind of keep your head down, you got the right motherfuckers around you, you're gonna figure it out. So just hold on to that and keep tunnel vision and don't get distracted by nothing.
So I asked if you had any immediate goals, which mainly seems like touring, but is there any like...
Oh, acting too. You're gonna be seeing me on TV soon.
That's a good answer, because I was gonna say, is there any other dream?
I got
I
have some like TV projects on the way that I'm currently, you know, in the works. You'll see it.
All right, is there anybody you want to shout out?
Shout out Aaron.
All right, shout out Aaron. Any family? Is there anybody special here in Philly that you're looking forward to performing for?
You know what? It's so funny because I know I always mention like my team. Like, so I'm excited. You know, Starling's my production company. They've been super supportive. They've like kind of, you know, helped me build me ground up too. So I'm excited for them to see how I perform for them at this show tonight. And you know, I got some friends and some family in there, but I'm just really excited for people to see the growth and see me on this stage. Like, you know what? I know her, I fuck with her. Look how good she's gotten. Look how good she's going to get.
All right, so lastly, you had the cheesesteak spot in the video.
I had Max's.
But is there any other like Philly thing besides cheesesteaks that as you've been on the road that you missed at all? It could be a spot, it could be food. Anything about Philly you miss on the road?
Off the top of my head, actually, for real, I miss the environment of my school. So like, for me, when I was at Temple University, like that kind of garnered my musical development. Like, I was in my apartment, I was walking around campus with my headphones, being around kids in college and shit like that, and that really helped me with my writing process. So I kind of miss having that kind of bubble when I'm creating, and now I'm kind of like on flights everywhere and shit like that. So I miss that. All
right, well, thanks once again to the product of the environment right here, Philly regional upcoming superstar Bri Steves, backstage at the h.e.r. official music concert.
Yeah.
Sold out.
Sold out.
Shout out to everybody at HipHopSince1987.com. You can catch this full interview, all her music, all her videos online soon. Bri, thank you so much.
No problem.
We really hope you have a great show tonight.
I hope I will.
And an amazing tour.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Shout my hip-hop since 1987 niggas. HipHopSince1987.com.
Oh man, they loving what we do because it's real. This is my other half right here, man. So you don't get me without him, and you don't get him without me, you know?
Southside, you work with a lot of dope artists in your time. Working with a cat like this, how do you feel like, I don't want to say it's amplified your career, but it's taking you to new heights?
Man, this ain't work to me. I don't charge him no money. This is my brother. I want to see him be the biggest thing in the world.
We just get money together. That's all we
doing. Yeah. Like,
and spend that shit too.
Yeah.
We spending that shit too.